Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ashley Van Dyke with Advantage Software, and on today's video, Typeover Tracking, I'm going to show you how this convenient feature works and how you can disable it if you'd like. Typeover Tracking is an editing tool that keeps track of the words that you replace using typed-in text. And so for instance, if I put my cursor on the word game where it should say name, I can press hyperkey N to type text. And then I can type the word name and press enter to return to hyperkeys and enter again to get rid of that second word. And this also works if you're not a hyperkey user. So I'm going to turn hyperkey user off. I'm going to type a different word here and then hit enter. And you see that that word has been replaced. So whether or not you're a hyperkey user, you can still make use of Typeover Tracking. And what's going to happen now is if I put my cursor in front of the word game again and press hyperkey N to type text, it's going to suggest name, and I can just hit enter to accept and enter again to replace that word. And so I can do the same thing here. And now when I move to the second instance of Ashley, I get Ashley as another option. If I don't want that, I can type something different. And that will be added to the Typeover Tracking as well. And so I can do the same thing for any of the words that I need to correct. When I put my cursor on the word Ashley, one thing I want to point out and bring to your attention is that in the info bar, options number 7 and 8 are the alternate spellings that I have in my Typeover Tracking for Ashley. And so if I have entered multiple Typeover Tracking results for the same word, instead of being listed when I press N, they'll be listed in the info bar. And so when I press N, it's going to give me the last one that I used. But what I might want instead is the first one that I assigned, which is the LI spelling. And so I can just press the number 8 on my keyboard, and that's the entry that is now replaced. And all of this information is stored in your user settings programming tab in the Typeover Tracking window. And so here we see that Ashley, L-E-Y, equals Ashley, L-E-E, and L-I. And so this has kept track of all of the different text that I have replaced with different text. And all of that gets stored here so that it can be suggested to me using the info bar and as soon as I press the type text key using hyperkeys. Now, some people do not want to use this functionality at all. And if you're one of them, what you can do is highlight all of the text that you have in your Typeover Tracking and remove it. And in order to lock the table so that no new Typeover Tracking information is saved, you can type lowercase t, an equal sign, and then the number 0. And this will turn Typeover Tracking off. And so now, with that in my Typeover Tracking log, I can still edit the same way that I always would. But when I go to Typeover Tracking now, none of those new entries that I just typed over have been added to the log, and therefore they won't be suggested to me, either when I am typing in the document or in the info bar. And so if you do want to disable Typeover Tracking, that's okay. Just note that if you do this, it won't ever be able to make any suggestions for you again in either place. Don't forget that Advantage Software offers anytime support. Tech support is available anytime, including weekends and holidays at 772-288-3266. Email support is also available at support@eclipsecat.com. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we publish new content in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.